my beloveds, and welcome to Of Water and Spirit. I want to say thank you so much to all of my new subscribers, and thank you so much for all of your encouragement on my very first reading. And I want to thank you all who continued to watch my second reading. So this one is officially my third reading. And so welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Kamara, and I am a psychic medium, and I channel and work with very closely my ancestors who sit at the feet of spirit. So this is a channel that will focus on ancestral messages for the collective, and I hope that you find them useful. I hope that you find them nourishing. And so this reading is actually going to be broken up into 4 readings. But what I've decided to do here is that I want to post the recording of a download that I got yesterday from my ancestors. And it was in regards to a question around healing the family. What I've noticed in my own journey is that I do this ancestral work, and in some ways, it occasionally feels like it's moving me away from certain family members. And I wonder about that sometimes. Like in this journey, I guess I had some imaginings that my earthly family would begin to experience some kind of togetherness, some kind of cohesiveness. And I still believe that that is a possibility. But it's funny how the ancestors show up when it comes to healing the patterns of the family. And so that recording was kind of their response. And maybe there are parts of it that are very specifically a reply to my journey, but you may find some parts of it useful. So I'm going to include it right after this, after I introduce the groups. And then below in the description box, you will find a reading for group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. The links for those readings will be in the description box below. And this is how my ancestors suggested I set this up for you. And so I'm going to do that. And again, welcome to my channel. So if you are wondering where these cards come from, they're part of this deck called the Sacred Visions Oracle. And I'm just going to quickly show you maybe up close what the different groups will be. So group number 1, this is for group number 1, if you wanted to see it a little bit more up close. I'm just going to leave it right now with the images for you. And this is for group number 2. Group number 3. And group number 4. So once again, the links for these readings will be in the description box below. If you hang on, I will be sharing with you the download that I received yesterday. So thank you so much for taking a listen. It should tie in perfectly to these medicine wheel readings. Each group has its own color and placement on the wheel, and you will find out what that is in the reading. So thanks again for joining me here. And please take a moment, if these readings resonate or even the channeled message resonates, would you please consider giving it a thumbs up? And if you like the way that I read, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much. You know, it's always around this time of year that maybe many of us will ask, why are families appear to be fractured, appear to be struggling for unity. And here is a download that I heard from my ancestors this morning, so loud, so clear. So I recorded it, and then I wrote it down. And here it is. They said, understand this first. Your ancestors all share the same purpose, the deep why of your lineage. That purpose is ancient, it's private, and it's sacred. But these ancestors do not all share the same mission. The mission is how, the methods, the tasks, the areas each ancestor is capable of working in. Some ancestors handle earthly missions, helping you to stabilize your life, securing your prosperity, helping you to stay protected. Others handle spiritual missions, helping you with your vision, helping you to heal, showing up when there's an initiation needed or a transformation is taking place. And some, those perhaps most elevated or experienced, work closest with spirit because they finally see and agree to the full purpose of your bloodline. But every one of them is aligned with the same purpose, even if they serve different missions. So there's levels to this work. And if you don't like the sound, the hierarchical sound of levels, imagine portals within portals, rooms behind rooms. As you grow, they grow. As you shed fear, they rise. As you become more aligned with your purpose, they gain access to missions they couldn't touch before. This is where the vault comes in. And Spirit shows it as maybe a sealed chamber or an ancient locked book. It holds the purpose of your lineage, the reason your bloodline exists. And just because someone has become an ancestor does not mean they get access to it. Only those who are purified, ascended, mature, aligned can even approach it. This is why in any ancestral work, we only work with those who sit at the feet of Spirit. And so the same goes for you. Same goes for everyone in the 3D that's in your family. Access doesn't necessarily mean you are good, that you are more ascendant, but access does mean that you're ready. Ready to serve your lineage's mission, ready to carry the purpose with integrity. Your lifetime and past lifetimes have been training for this. And so you've got to understand, some souls that are here in this 3D, their life moves more slowly. They are learning perhaps one small lesson per incarnation, while others, like you, reach a point where that old fate breaks open. And there comes a moment where you understand fate has died. The old scripts, the inherited patterns, the generational loops, those are all dead. And in that moment, destiny activates. Destiny is purpose aligned. Destiny is where your life is no longer shaped by the wounds of the past, but by the assignments of the future. You're standing in that transition now. This is why the work of self-knowing, it matters so deeply. Every part of you, the shadow, the tender, the restless, the weary, the hungry, is part of your training. You're gathering yourself piece by piece until the self becomes no self. No ego blocking the way, no fear caging the truth. Pure essence, pure vessel, pure access. Because you are touching territory your line hasn't accessed in hundreds or maybe thousands of years. You're connecting to older ancestors, deeper ones, the ones who hold direct missions related to the vault or to that ancient book. They've been guiding you with signs, synchronicities, whisperings and symbols, waiting for you to match their vibration. And now you have. The guidance arriving is coming from a deeper landscape within your lineage, a higher dimensional strata. This is why your intuition is louder. Your inner hearing is sharper. Your visions are clearer. Your clairs are no longer optional. These are your tools. These very keys you need to open the next doors. If you neglect them, you delay your mission that you've already signed up for. So know your clairs, strengthen them, practice them. They are part of your destiny and not your fate. Because you are becoming a futurist, a mutant, one who has stepped out of 3D survival and into a transliminal, purpose-led existence. You're learning to hold a human avatar while operating as a multi-dimensional being. This is your part of your mission. And there is a new tool coming to you soon. A tool no ancestor thus far you've worked with could give you. And it's not because of lack, but it's because of dimensional limitation. Their mission was to escort you to the threshold. And this new ancestor's mission is to assist you in opening the door. Also understand who you arrive to this 3D with, the relatives you call family, those who you loved, those who you partnered with, those you created this life with. These were all outcomes of lineage purpose and ancestral mission. Not always aligned for your emotional good, but aligned with ancestral imperatives. Some relationships were ladders and some were chutes. Some were alliances between lineages negotiating old agreements that may have had nothing really to do with you. This is why knowing yourself is non-negotiable, and understanding that some people are portals, some are traps, and some are simply assignments. That's what they had said this morning, and I pass it on to you to take with whatever wisdom you need to understand it. It'll remain a recording on the channel, and feel free to ask me for any clarification that I might have, but this is what I heard this morning. Thank you. Asheo.